OMG, you've done it. You found it. All those secrets you've been hunting for, all those mysteries you want unpacked, you want answers, damn it. Guess what? You came to the right place. Good morning. Today is day number 110 of Office Hours. My name is Brian Brushwood. Today, we continue our journey through Scam School. This case, episode 11, the static charge match. This one has a number of first times of all. First of all, I believe this is the very first episode where we're sponsored by that domain registrar you know and love. Oh, that's right. It's GoDaddy? Yeah, this is before domain.com. We've got, oh, get out of here. We got NASA people? Holy cow, y'all's kicking all the asses. This is amazing. Heck yeah, dude, I want to hear all about that stuff. I guess we'll say hello in the morning and then we'll get started on the lesson. Good morning, Taylor Latest. Good morning, Nicholas George. Good morning, G. James B. Good morning, Flo Chinachi, although I believe it's evening where you are. Hello, Che. Hello, Adam. Hello, Dylan Theus, the old schooler, the Mike Ruler, the OG. Howdy, Sixter. Hey, BioCow. Hello, John Brands. Look at that. Now that is a helpful hello. Instantly let me know that we're out of the gates and kicking ass. I saw some of the chatter before we went live asking what are the 5 nations. You got them almost right. We got 2 YouTube channels, Scam School, Scam Nation, the Scam School channel, Modern Rogue, LinkedIn. Yes, that's right. We're live on LinkedIn. Yeah. We got to even let the normies, the suits out there know, because we're offering actually lots of really pro-social scamming for very important causes. Let's see, that's 3. Oh, Twitch, of course. Twitch has the lowest lag. You guys can correct me on this. In fact, let's do a lag check. Just type the word lag check now that I've said it, and then we'll see if Twitch is as short a lag as I think it is, because I think Twitch is only like 2 to 3 seconds, whereas YouTube is closer to 19 or 20 seconds. And the 5th one that nobody remembers is X. Oh, shoot. Somebody check the Humdinger protocol. Yeah, look at that. BioCow said that the lag is just 3 seconds. Oh, that's not too bad. You guys will have to self-report on how many seconds it was in between the two. But in the meantime, we're going to jump in with today's episode. Howdy, all of you beautiful people in the future. You missed it. It was a great morning, but now we're going to do what we always do, which is we're going to watch the episode in its entirety, and we'll scroll back. While you're going, you'll probably come up with some interesting questions. When you do, just type them in the chat, and we'll review them when we get through. And for now, let's dive in to the static charge match. All right. This episode of Scam School brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Let me tell you guys a little story about a little boy who was smart and funny, but not very popular. One day he bought a box, 50 amazing magic tricks for only $1. He thought this would be the cure to his social ills, ran home, opened up the box, and inside there was nothing but a brick. Let me tell you something, that little boy, I sold him that box. I'm Brian Brushwood, the host of Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. And today we have a trick so good, I didn't even know how good it was until I started actually performing it. Welcome to my new favorite illusion, the electric match. What's your name, bud? Q. Q? Excellent. Do me a favor, hold out your hand, palm up just like so. Hold out your hand. Awesome. Serena, it's a pleasure. Serena, do me a favor. I want you to hold out your hand, palm up, just like so. There you go. Put this match right there. Okay, now don't move. Yeah, don't worry about this business. This is no, I know. Don't worry. Everything's cool. Hang on.
Whoa, you getting static?
No. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Hold on.
Okay, if you propel me into the ceiling of this space, I'm gonna have some issues.
Yeah, that's all right. You can sue my employer. I know this is like the worst dance ever.
All right, here we go. All right, hold on. You a little nervous? All right. See how this goes. All right, get ready.
That's really cool.
Do you like that?
Woo! Wow.
Did you like that? Do you like that? Yeah, isn't that cool? I'm gonna kind of break your heart here. It's a little bit, it's all a big lie. It wasn't, the cooling moment you guys were experiencing is
You
not.
actually don't have superpowers?
I don't have superpowers, and matches don't magically fly like that from static electricity. Hold it, both of you guys hold out your hands. I'm gonna show you, I'll do it one at a time for each of you guys. All of this, you notice both you guys, I asked you to step down off of your seat. I asked you to be grounded, right? And then I started shuffling and started doing this. I didn't say, let me build up some static electricity. I let you assume that. And both you guys immediately went there. You're like, oh, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. And then there's this great moment. I start bringing it close, and you could feel, both you guys knew exactly something was about to happen. You didn't know what. And you actually, at the risk of using a bad pun, it's sort of the atmosphere is charged at that point. And when it gets closer, and it gets right here, here's where I break your heart. No, right here.
Oh!
You just flick it like that. You keep it perched on your fingernail. You flick it like that. So you keep it, you get that in there with a good hook. You get close, and then you flick it.
Oh!
And off it goes. You like that? All right, let me get you guys to try it. We'll see if you can actually pull this off. I'll hold it right here.
How do you
All right, so you're gonna pinch it between your thumb and forefinger, like this. And then I use my ring finger here, and I hook. I keep my fingernail short just for this trick. So you feel. Make sure you get it under the fingernail. There you go. You feel it kind of click. So you're pushing down. Right. You're pushing up, leveraging, and it goes click, and it pops up. There you go. So doing it like that. Let's see if you can get it to work. There you go. Nicely done. Thank you guys so much. That was great. Appreciate it, guys. No, you know what? This is my gift to you. You enjoy those, man. I'll shake that and give you those. Appreciate it, man. Now remember, the key to success with the electric match is in the anticipation. Don't say what you're gonna do. Instead, let them figure it out. Make sure they stand up so they're grounded. Start rubbing that match on your leg. Start shuffling your feet back and forth. They'll figure out where this is headed, and once they do, that anticipation will build until finally that match touches and the other one goes launching in the air. They will freak out. Now remember, I want to hear your stories of success and failure. Make sure to post them at the boards at revision3.com/scam school. Any questions about this or any other scam, or if you have a scam you'd like to suggest, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. Until next time, by the way, what are we doing next time? Ooh, this is a special one. Next time, we're learning the Mason's secret handshake, so stay tuned for that. Until then, I'm Brian Brushwood, and I need a refill. Now, a quick word from the people who really are buying our drinks here at Scam School, GoDaddy.com. If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99, plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builders, and much, much more. Enter code SCAM1 when you check out and receive an additional 10% off your entire order. Some restrictions apply. See site for details. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com. There you go, right about there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Nothing. Not at all interested. You weren't impressed? Man, you're the first person not to freaking serve the free drinks too.
Can I show you a trick?
Yes.
I would buy you a coffee anytime of the night. Not tonight, though. Look at that.
It's brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Give me 1 second here.
Thank God I know this moment.
Excuse me.
Wait.
You want to do it too?
Would you buy me a cocktail?
Oh, I'd buy you a cock and a tail.
How on earth did I forget about that post-credit scenes? Wow, did that escalate quickly. That's hilarious, man.
This episode.
Wow, that really went places. All right, so yeah, first of all, you guys correctly. I did not see that coming. Here, let's just get back to that whole. Oh my God, that's amazing. So, a few things. First of all, yes, you guys correctly sussed out that that this was a proto C block. I think it was Cliff Horn in the chat that noticed that. This is the first time that we had something that had C block, but also I knew that this trick by itself was not going to be a mind blower that could stand on its own. This is also one of the first times, I think we had done a little bit of it before, but where I realized that in the aggregate, you could prove that this was an impressive trick by having a success. I've heard it called the cheerleader effect, where maybe an individual girl is, forgive the crass misogynistic language, if one cheerleader is a 6 or a 7, you get a whole bunch of them. It's just overwhelming attractiveness. And so likewise, there's a little bit of the cheerleader effect happening in this particular episode. In that we have enough wins, although putting in the failure, I remember her just not being impressed with the setups, because most of the people that we had to deal with at the bars, we were trying to get them over the hump of anxiety for the level of production that was happening all around them. But in this case, she was not impressed with the production, was not impressed with anything. That's about it. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Cliff Horn points out that Darren Brown calls it when you do motions and not explain what you're doing, calling it the silent script. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to put it. Because, of course, we communicate in much, much more than just our goofy, silly words. So let me share one insider bit. This opening thing right here, where I talk about the kid not being popular and not getting a magic trick.
He thought this would be the cure to his social ills. Ran home, opened up the box, and inside there was nothing but a brick. Let me tell you something. That little boy, I sold him that box. I'm Brian Brush.
So really, that joke, that whole bit, is a straight up knockoff. I don't know if you guys saw the movie One Crazy Summer. They played it heavily on HBO rotation in the mid 80s, but it's got Bobcat Goldthwait and Curtis Armstrong in it. And this is note for note the bit I was riffing on when I did that.
Let me tell you a story about a little fat boy that nobody loved, and that all the other kids, they used to make fun of him, and they would pick on him, and then they used to say that he talked funny and stuff, and he had a twin brother, and everybody said that he didn't look anything like his twin brother, but he wanted to.
Egg, were you the little fat boy?
No, but I used to like to beat him up. You know, I grab him and go, why are you so fat? Why are you so fat? Shut up.
When I was a kid, I thought that was the funniest shit ever. And so I directly ripped it off in that intro. Oh, good. All right. You guys do remember One Crazy Summer. Oh, man. Yeah, no, there is. The more I hear about Bobcat Goldthwait, the more I'm utterly fascinated with him. There's a bit that he did on the Larry Sanders Show where Larry needed to find a co-host or a replacement host, but one that wouldn't outshine him. And so on the list was Bobcat Goldthwait. One of the few public appearances as Bobcat Goldthwait that I had seen when I was a kid that he presented completely out of character. And he was like, oh, okay. You want it to be like hell? Okay, great. Are we rolling? And then he turns on the Bobcat Goldthwait, goes totally nuts, does bit upon bit of unhinged bit. And then Larry Sanders comes over and says, oh, maybe you can tone down a little bit less. Well, yeah, like more like you're talking right now. Yeah, okay, sure, of course. And then, of course, camera starts up. It's now 11 out of 10. Just keep on going. Oh. Dan H. Yeah, I'm doing A-okay. I got to bed as early as I could. We wrapped up a bit early. We had to push Great Night a night behind. We'll see if I can do it tonight to get us all caught up. But I kid you not, I was in bed by 7:30 p.m. and slept until 7:30 a.m., then hustled up and got right over here. So here we are. All right, let's see what good question you guys came up with. First of all, it does sound like YouTube is at 17 seconds. If you guys want the faster lag, then head on over to twitch.tv/nightattack. I should probably put that up in some way that you can see it. Here, I'll do this. Twitch.tv/nightattack. There we go. Boom. Yow. Well, that didn't work out at all. Great. Here, let me just do the position on that. Pow. How about that? How you like that? Probably not very much, since now you can't see anything. There we go. Cover up that guy. Pow, pow. Oh, that would work too, wouldn't it? Ooh, that would work really well. Then I don't ever need to... Ooh, hold on a tick. Wait 1 minute. If I were to use this shot. Okay, hold on. So here, let me reset all. Back to that. And then what I could do is I could make a button. To make it what? Nope. I'll have to figure that out later. Nope. I can do it right now. I can do whatever I want. Actually, well, here, I'll add it to the agenda, and then it has its proper place in the queue. Okay, cool. And then just to put a button on yesterday, so what happened during Cord Killers, part of the reason that we were late is because we things have gotten better for the Roadcaster Pro 2. That's this little deedly bop, this guy right here. And so because there are now more virtual bus drivers, and I swapped out one board for another. And so now, as a result, there's, if we're doing a simple stream like this, then it's just a matter of me figuring out very few little things to tweak. But the problem is when you add one co-host, everything, it's not just doubles, it doubles and doubles for in terms of possible outputs and inputs virtually through vMix and now virtually through the fader, the Roadcaster, and. But then a third co-host with Amos on Cord Killers, suddenly that becomes another big whole thing, and we weren't able to get it resolved before the show, so we ended up going just live on StreamYard. Speaking of which, I saw you guys where, oh, it's already left. I saw you guys chatting earlier about the Five Nations, LinkedIn, 2 YouTubes, Twitch, and the fifth one is currently x.com. But mainly because that's an easy way for me to get posts up on X. But I don't know. We've come this far. We've got everything figured out with setting up the room in advance where everyone's able to chat. Let me ask a question. How many of y'all are even on Facebook? Because I know there's a lot of people who would love to swing on by and say hello. And and this current arc of content would be pretty good. Yeah, X is the one you forgot, G. James B. All you need is a pack of cards and a Glock 17, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, this is the second episode in a row where the next week on is actually good enough that it starts to puzzle people. In this case, I think it was
Make sure they stand up so they're grounded. Start rubbing that match on your leg. Start shuffling your feet back and forth. They'll figure out where this is headed, and once they do, that anticipation will build until finally, make sure to post them at the book, the scam you'd like. Ooh, this is a special one. Next time, we're learning the Mason's secret handshake. So stay tuned.
So I think there was a phase where I tried to make them just plausible enough. Eventually, I just collapsed into name 3 things, and the Brian LLM would make up a thing that we could possibly do with it. But look, I ain't gonna lie. If there are souls out there in Facebook land, yeah, it seems like we should add them. So I guess what that means is, let's ask let's do this. Bow, bow. Get out of here. What are you doing? Get out of here with your pulse. Give me a new chat. There we go. Currently, I'm using Restream to send my video out, my office hours videos, to X, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Montorogue, and YouTube Scam School. I'm considering asking Facebook, but it seems like that's a big lift in terms of the ongoing financial obligation. Give me some details on that. There we go. Yeah, you and me both. Look, I don't love anything about Facebook. I really, I got trusted I trusted them one too many times, and ended up, they first said, go ahead, I'll air my grievances. First time that I mistrusted Facebook, they said, hey man, you've hit the maximum of 5,000 friends. You could have no more friends. And it's like, oh, okay. It's like, you have to become a business account so that people can follow you to get past 5,000. Great, will do. Instantly flip everything over. Instantly, the next week, they're all like, oh, by the way, businesses don't automatically get to reach anybody, so you have to pay money to have your reach work. I'm like, well, I don't like that. And then they also said, oh, by the way, Facebook, you can follow individuals now. So I got the worst of all worlds. And then same thing happens again 7 years later. We're launching scam stuff, gear for the Montorogue. And then we decide to play with Facebook ads. They have a supernatural gift of knowing the expected value of each of your customers and pricing their ads exactly enough to where whatever the margin was, it was supernatural, guys. It was supernatural the way it would always do it. Oh, whoa, this is hilarious. Why Facebook Live feels like a money pit. That's amazing. Yep, your instinct is basically right. Facebook is the odd one out, and it's not just the vibes. It's structural. I don't just talk like a person. I talk like a GPT. What's funny is the ongoing financial obligation. I meant that in terms of Restream being more expensive when you go past 5. Organic reach is effectively 0. On X, YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn, you're rewarded or at least not punished for showing up live. The algorithm gives you something. On Facebook, a page live stream is shown to a tiny fraction of followers. That sounds right. Even people who follow you won't see you unless, yep, you're paying. Facebook has quietly trained pages into a pay-to-exist model. Why are you saying those words, Dan? The words you're saying, they're not words that make sense to me. Because here I am. I'm going to go to twitch.tv/night attack. And there's a chicken nugget, QED. A chicken nugget and a chip. A chicken nugget, a chip, and an adult film. And, hold on, hopefully, nope. How do I skip this ad? Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Oh, wait. There we are. Upon there we are. Upon there we are. Oh, now I can find out the lag. So now, hi me. This is me watching me. Oh, can I review? Oh, that's not bad at all. Wow, that's great. So here we go. That's my email, and then it's 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. Well, that's not bad at all. That's really so. If you want the shortest lag experience, you should head on over to twitch.tv/nightattack. That's the fastest one. Beep, 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 beep. Got him. So yeah, Dan H, I have wonderful news for you. I am curious why you thought it was abandoned, though. I wonder if that was just a curious echo or something. Paid to exist model, I think, is hilarious language. I agree with that. Hell yeah. You got to be good. Good. Keep going. Now you got a streak, BioCow. It'd be insane to break it. Can't do that. Okay, so live streams don't age well on Facebook. Live, VOD, searchable, evergreen, clippable on YouTube. Yep. On Facebook, live is a brief notification window, immediate decay. Replays perform badly unless boosted, of course. Long form video has been deprioritized in favor of real short native clips ads. So your office hours strength, long human character driven, is anti-Facebook's current incentives. That sounds right. Wow. $5 to $20 per stream just to notify your own followers. More if you want non-followers, which I don't. Audience mismatch. Your current spread works because these are all good and Facebook is bad. Office hours are all of these things. That's a poor fit unless they're edited. Yeah, I don't know how many engaged followers we have on Facebook. Yep, that's all true. Yeah. All right, so I'll hold off. I will tamp down my Facebook curiosity. Good to know. All right, let's look at the agenda. Static charge match. Let me see if there's anything else that I noticed. Oh yeah, I do have updates on some of the technique for this. I think at the time I was still doing. There we go. Oh. There we go. Yeah. I think at the time I was still having people hold the match like that, and then I would approach in like this. And that is a good visual, that tip to tip look, because you expect to see a spark there, but it's easy to miss when you do that. So nowadays what I'll do is I'll tee up like that, enough to get the pregnant, uh-oh, what's going to happen? And then I'll kind of come to the side and get underneath it to come up. And then when I come up, you get that flick and it goes flying, right? And so I think also if we were to reshoot and recut this today, there we go. I'm pretty sure that I would make sure to audibly enhance that pop, because that clicking sound really does make a big difference on it, which I think is good. As somebody who has, on one office hours, watched all 5 nations, I still prefer Twitch. Yep, Twitch is probably the best. But, yeah. Let's see. Does Twitch streaming cost anything for the streamer? No. Twitch is also making a mint. Well, I don't know if they're making a mint, but they are also in that same lane as YouTube, where they're a miraculous CDN, that content distribution network. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. But that somehow has enough ad revenues to pay the creators, which is great. Great. Unless you want that profitable 64 to 99 demographic, seems like Facebook is the play. It doesn't seem like Facebook is the play. Boy, ain't that right. And unfortunately, they are profitable if what you're selling is votes, and what you want is political power. Okay, so let me see. How did this guy do? on our proto C block.
Here you go. So doing it like that, let's see if you can get it to work. There you go. Nicely done.
That's the moment. That's the moment. That's the money moment. Is unambiguous success condition.
There you go.
And that unbelieving, I can't believe I just did it. Like that. I'm not going to say it can't be faked. I'm going to say that the people who do fake that kind of delight and surprise win Oscars.
Done. Thank you guys.
Like that's all I live for, is that moment of like just getting them so excited. Yeah, that's right. My only 2 YouTube streams give the 30 minutes until office hours notifications. I'm getting better about that. Eventually, hopefully we can hit a place where I can, on my schedule, pre-figure out what the next day's stuff is going to be ahead of time. Meanwhile, Silver Dragon says, I stick with YouTube because I pay for YouTube Premium, and the Amazon Prime free sub to Night Attack was so arduous because of Twitch not letting me do it without logging into the website. Yep, that makes sense. Also, in the ad-free experience is great in that regard. I don't know how often Twitch gets interrupted with ads, or if that's just in the VODs. Okay, so back to that agenda. So should we try Facebook? That is a clear, unambiguous, not yet. Quotes. We'll get to that tomorrow. Yeah, in fact, the rest of this we'll get tomorrow. I'll tell you what, I started a bit late because I slept in, but we'll hit it early tomorrow. I'm going to wrap up the stream right now, unless you guys have any specific questions. Then I'm just going to, we'll call this one a short one. It's an office, That's, yeah, it's only half of an hour. So it's an office hoe. This is an office hoe. Ah, okay, that's pretty good. Ooh, speaking of YouTube, I did send a super chat checking on the status of the puzzles. Ad Raven sent you last year. Oh, you, not scary. Steve Flotinacci, you solved it, right? That's amazing. I need to, so what I lack real-time minutes to do is to engage with the Patreon stuff at patreon.com/monorogue. So let me get caught up on that, but I want to post the fact that you solved it to everyone. That'd be fantastic. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Go forth, punch the day in the face, man. I'll tell you what, here's my homework for you guys, and I'm serious. Let's shake things up, and right now, type of thing that unambiguously you could be held to account tomorrow. Because I'm going to be here, you're going to be here. Make it a small thing. Make it an easy lift, something you know for sure that you're going to do. For me, I'm clearing the way and cleaning up house because I've got some guests who traveled in from a long way. So I'm finally going to check off this box related to the security awareness training. But for you guys, write down just the tiniest thing. Doesn't have to be in the chat, or maybe it should be. And then tomorrow, I'm going to check in and see if unambiguously, if you did that one itty bitty thing to take one step forward to being as awesome as you know you're meant to be. All right, beautiful people. I'll see you guys.